We have about 2000 populations here. That means they were crossed, 2000 different cross combinations between different parents. And so we started selecting in Obregon in the first couple of generations, and we took this to Toluca, where we get a lot of yellow rust and septoria disease. And from Toluca it went to Kenya at Joro station. There we planted in the off season, and after completing the off season at Joro station and harvesting material was planted in the main season. And now from after harvesting there in October, it came here for doing the final selection. So when it comes to the final selection, we make sure that each plant gets enough space between them. So what you see here is one plant. So now we can observe them more carefully. We can look at the disease on the plant. Like here, what you see is the leaf rust. So here is leaf rust. So main selection here in Obregon is for a good agronomic plant type and resistance to leaf rust. So this plant was not selected. You could see all these brown spots which are coming up. So we don't want to see too many of them. But right here in the same population, these are sister plants. You would see the leaves don't have disease. So this plant is selected and a blue tape is on it. So what are we, same with this plant here. So you start to see this kind of variation among the family, among the sisters, side by side, diseased one and the healthy one. So diseased ones are left behind, and we are going to focus for the next generation these healthy plants. Plants which are not only healthy but also have a good morphology, the desired plant height, not too tall, not too short, because too short plants also don't compete, good fertile spikes, and that's the way the selection moves from this generation to next generation. There's one nice looking plant very close to you that was, I just see it from here, so I'm going to put a blue tape on it. It's a very simple process. The tape, you see this very nice spike, and what other thing you see over here is some black color. This black color is called pseudo black chaff, and it's a very interesting case because this one is linked with, it's a morphological marker for one of the genes for stem rust resistance. In fact, was the second identified resistance gene called SR2. So I can see that this plant carries that gene because the gene is associated with this blackening on the spikes. It doesn't cause any, it doesn't have any negative effect on yield. So you can visually select for the presence of the gene. So we call a morphological marker for that gene.